Assalamualaikum, my dear students. Hope you are doing very well by the grace of Almighty Allah. This is Khaleda Akter, Assistant Teacher of Social Science, National Library University School, Deshi. So, dear students, today I am going to take a Bangladesh and Global Studies class for the students of class 9. The class number is 20 and the SW number will be 18. So, that means this is the lecture number 20. So, my dear students, let's start the class. And today we will discuss about chapter 14 from your book, and this is the end of the syllabus. Which is from chapter 14 from your syllabus. This is the last chapter, and the name of the chapter is the family structure of Bangladesh and socialization. So at first there is family structure of Bangladesh, and then it will be discussed here the socialization. So today I will discuss about only section 14.1, that means the family structure of Bangladesh. Here I will discuss the family structure of Bangladesh. So before knowing the family structure of Bangladesh, we have to know what is family and how does it work. So at first, family. Family is the fundamental organization of social structure. So family is the fundamental organization of social structure. It is the first step of an organized life. That means this is the first step where the people are leading their organized life. That means this is group. This is a way by which a person organize a group and then live their life. It is basically a permanent organization or an institution of a couple where they may or may not have children. That means it is a permanent organization which is permanent, and it may be called institution, which is the part of society, and here there lives a couple, that means a husband and a wife, who in their family, that means in their group, they may have children or may not have children. That means this is not mandatory to form a family to have children. And now marriage is the important precondition for the formation of family. So if we want to make a family or if we want to create a family, we need to be married at first. A male person creates a family by marrying a female person in a society in a socially acceptable manner. That means the way which is socially acceptable. In that way, a male person creates a family by marrying a female person in a socially accepted manner. The family also existed in the primitive societies. That means it is not that only families exists in the now societies, that means the society nowadays belongs, but it was also in the primitive societies, that means the ancient societies. In that society, a family was formed without marriage. That time there was no family which is bound with marriage. Without marriage, a family was created, but it is impossible in our society. So nowadays this is very much impossible to make a family without marriage. So it can be said that family can be formed by marriage. So after the discussion, we can conclude with that it can be said that family can be formed by marriage. So now, family is the emotional foundation of our united life. As an institution, a family has some special rules and regulations, ideals, values, and active organizational base, and its collective form is known as the family structure. So in a family, dear students, in a family which is an institution of the society, an institution for the society, there we get some special rules and regulations, ideals, values, and active organizational base. That means this is the base by which a family is formed, and all the things together is called family structure. So if we are asked about what is family structure, so the organization where we can get rules, regulations, ideals, values, and its base, which is called family structure. Now, dear students, we will discuss the classification of family. In our society, there are various kinds of families prevailing in the society. So we will discuss here what type of family are prevailing in the societies in nowadays or in the previous ages. Families are of different varieties depending on society or country. Families can be divided into different types based on different yardsticks. Family can be classified into numerous varieties based on the numbers of husband, wife, authority, size of family, family status, living place, and the process of selecting the bride and the groom. So what are the varieties? Number of husband, wife. Second one is authority, size of family, family status, living place, and the process of selecting bride and the groom. So this way we can divide the families, that means we can classify the families. The first one is family based on numbers of husband and wife. So at first, based on numbers of husband and wife, we will discuss the family types. Based on the families of this kind can be of three types. How many kinds here? There are three types. The first one is monogamous and polygyny and polyandry. In the monogamous family, this is very popular, and this is very usual in the society right now, in the modern society, which is monogamous. That means here we find single husband and wife. Only a husband and a wife makes a family, and which is called monogamous family. And second one is polygyny, single husband and many wives. That means a husband marries with more than one woman, and they become more than one wife. So that's why a husband and many wives together creates a society, creates a family, and which is called polygyny. And now polyandry, many husbands and single wife. This is very rare in our society. This was very much usual in ancient societies, and this is where we can find only one husband. We can find many husbands and only one wife. That means only a woman get married with many men. Okay, many men. But this is only one woman. She marries with various men, more than 4, 5, 6, whatever it can be. So all the things which when it happens, that is called polyandry. That is called polyandry. So this is the structure of the family in the ancient ages, which is not regular in nowadays families. Okay. Now number 2, family based on the authority. Family based on the authority, it can be two types, patriarchal and matriarchal. Patriarchal family, you all know, in the family the head of the family is father, and in matriarchal family the head of the family is mother. Okay, in patriarchal family, this is very usual in our society. In all the family structure in Bangladesh and beside in the neighboring country of Bangladesh, we can find patriarchal family, but matriarchal family is very rare. Only in Khassia and Garo we find this type of families in Khassia and Garo community. And now number 3, family based on the size. Family based on the size can be three types. The first one is nuclear, the second one is joint family, and then extended family. In nuclear family is very popular. All the people are very much interested in nuclear family, which is found in urban society. So nuclear family, we have only father, mother and their children. Only father, mother and their children is together form a nuclear family. And in joint family we find father, mother and their married children. That means in a family where we find grandmother and grandfather, parent and the children together, this is called joint family. And in the extended family, at the same time there are grandparents, father, mother and their married children, and at the same time their extra relatives can be appear in the family, which is called actually extended family. In Bangladesh this is very rare, which is found in extended family, but in some rural areas right now we also can find some extended families, but at the same time in China and India we find this type of family. And now based on status and inheritance of properties. Okay, family based on the status and inheritance of properties. That means the status or inheritance who is getting after the end of the generation. That means after fathers or mothers, who is getting the inheritance of properties, or the person who is getting whose inheritance or whose properties is this. Suppose in a family where people are getting father's property. Okay, father's property, and at the same time mother's property. Okay, so in a family where a child gets father's property, that is called patrilineal. Okay, where the children get father's property, this is called patrilineal family. Okay, and in family where mothers are getting the mother's property is gotten by child, or a child get mother's property, this is called matrilineal. So this type of family, this is very popular in right now in our societies, but this is actually found in Garo societies or Garo community, Garo society or Garo community. And now we will discuss family based on dwelling place of husband and wife after marriage. Number 5. Based on these, families of this kind can be 3 types. That means after marriage, the people who are living where, based on that the family type is distributed or differentiated. The first one is patrilocal. Newly married couple live in husband's father's house. This is called patrilocal. That means after marriage, newly married couple live with their in their husband's father's house. And now matrilocal is newly married couple live in wife's father's house. This is very common in Garo and Khasiya families, but this is very common in all the family structure, Muslims, Hindus in our country. And new local means the married couple does not live either in the husband's or in the wife's paternal house, rather they live in a new place which is known as new local family. Suppose after marriage, the person who are in service, he or she are making another place to live because of their service, and that's why they have to choose a new place where beside their workplace, and that is a new family, and which is called new local. That means they are not living with their parents' family or mother's or father's house. They are not living in husband's father's house or in wife's father's house. And now number 6, family based on the selection of bride and groom. Here we find 2 types, exogamous family and endogamous family. In a family, exogamous family, when a person marries outside of his caste, is called exogamous family. This is actually happens in this is actually found in Hindu community, where there is caste system. There are 4 castes, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. In that caste, they are actually maintaining these procedures, where they are not happy when a person gets married outside of their caste. Okay, when a person marries outside of his caste is called exogamous family. And now there are 2 differentiation here. If a person marries upper side of his caste, that is called onulum. Okay, that means the marriage with upper class, and the marriage with lower class, this is called protilum. This is called protilum marriage. So this is found in exogamous family. And now endogamous family. In endogamous family, when a person marries with the same caste of his own is called exogamous family. Sorry, this is called endogamous family. Endogamous family. Okay, so this is called endogamous family. So dear students, hope you have understood today's topic. This is very interesting and common discussion we have discussed in our previous classes also. So hopefully you have understood today's topic, and you will also go through the topics very properly, so that you can get the important MCQs to be memorized. Okay dear students, see you to the next class. You have SW. So SW is written in the board, SW number 18, 5 MCQ from this section, and submit this SW next Saturday. Hope you do this properly. See you to the next class. Assalamualaikum. Allah Hafiz.